Ah, the silver bullet Gauss rifle, or as some call it, the SB Gauss. Picture this. Engineers at NAES scratching their heads thinking, how can we jazz up the Gauss rifle and give it that LBX autocannon flair? And thus, the SB Gauss was born. Now, on paper, it sounded like a genius idea. Cluster-like ammo for easier target hits, especially handy for swatting pesky flying machines out of the sky. But here's the kicker. It couldn't fire standard Gauss rifle rounds. Nope, not even a peep. And don't even get me started on the targeting computer snub. Poor SB Gauss, just looking for a little love. Now, MechWarriors are a picky bunch, you know? They want their weapons like they want their coffee, versatile, reliable, and packing a punch.
Target destroyed.
A crater. What could be doing that? I don't see anything. Oh. We have a new weapon. And it's for industry mechs. The SB Gauss. Weighs 15 tons, does 15 damage. Range is actually pretty good, it looks like. Come upstairs. Take a look at this pretty little fella.
Target acquired.
It's got a fast return rate.
Target destroyed.
How does it do on an assault mech, though?
Target acquired.
Let's see what the damage is after a single shot. 96. It's taking 4 damage, 4% every volley with 2 of these. Oh, that's missing. XL check. No XL.
Target destroyed.
So that's pretty impressive. Now, this thing says it's got a
Target
range
acquired.
of 10. See if we can't max that out a little bit. So we're pretty close. So this is 816. It's still doing pretty sizable damage, even though it says that it's outside of its maximum. I took 4% away from the mech.
Gauss ammo at 25%.
XL check. Almost. No, not an XL. But this is doing some serious damage. This is where it is on this mech, so they still haven't fixed this on the Mauler, but the Banshee's a lot better. A modified Gauss rifle with reduced cooldown and added spread. Kind of an interesting thing. It says it's a Gauss rifle, but I guess it spreads out the ammo as it fires it upon the target. I didn't see that, though. It looked like it was hitting the target pretty square. In addition, we have the new mag shot available as well. And in comparison, by weight, the mag shot weighs ridiculously less. But what is the mag shot doing for us? Well, it does 2 damage versus 15 damage. It only weighs half a ton. And it looks like you can, the heat that it produces is really negligible. And this is a modified Gauss rifle designed for dealing with smaller enemies. The cooldown is 2 seconds. Heat is 0.5. And it only weighs half a ton, but it does take 2 slots. This guy, on the other hand, takes up 7 slots, weighs 15 tons, but does 15 damage. So 1 ton for every, or 1 damage for every ton. Heat is 1. Cooldown is 3.5 seconds. Now, what's interesting is the maximum range on this is crazy. So optimum range is 810, and we showed that you could. It's still at 819. It's still doing some sizable damage. It was still reducing that mech by 4%. Granted, it wasn't the same mech, so the percentage is going to be slightly different at that range. But 1620, that is something. So if you take 1620 and you divide that by 2, you get 810. So, but at 810, it's doing maximum damage. What else? Did we get anything else interesting? Light Gauss. I knew there was something else. Light AC5, light AC2. Now, the light AC2 is a modified AC2 sacrificing range and cooldown for increased tonnage savings. So this only weighs 4 tons, and it does a damage of 2, and the cooldown is 1.1 seconds. The heat is 0.6. But the optimum range is 540, and the maximum range is 1080. On this mech, I'm really dependent on a big heavy-duty ballistic weapon. And when I take out the light engine and go with a standard engine, I typically go with 2 heavy Gauss. Because why not? The heavy Gauss is going to deliver on the promise. It's going to do 25 damage, and it weighs 18 tons. That's a lot better ratio than the new SB. But the SB has significantly better optimum range at 810 versus this one has a maximum range of 900. And at 900, you can see it's damn near doing almost nothing. Even at 750, it's probably maybe tweaking out as much as 5 or 6. Still something, but not really that much. So the SB really kind of does carry its weight in that regard. And as far as the light Gauss optimum range is 810, which is pretty much the same as the SB. And this does 10 damage versus 15 damage. And the cooldown on this is 3.5. How much was it on the SB again? Also 3.5. So these are basically based on the same principle. It's just one of them delivers 10 damage, and the other one delivers 15 damage. But this one weighs 15 tons versus a light Gauss, which weighs 12 tons. So 3 tons difference. And for 3 tons more, you get 5 more damage. And virtually the same range. So they kind of average each other out. Except the maximum range on the light Gauss is significantly better by about 200 meters, about 225 meters, which is something. So those are some things to consider if you're considering changing up into these new weapons.